Hello, boys and girls. We're back with the G&A Blues. This is installment number 5. In this piece, you will be required to send me a recording. So, once you're finished practicing along with this video, you're going to need to go into Vocaroo and record yourself playing. I don't believe you can do that and have the accompaniment with it, although I bet that could be figured out at some point. But the main thing is that you can play it, and you can do that by yourself. Just the Vocaroo, just you in the Vocaroo video or audio recording. So don't forget that, because that's your assignment. That's how I'm going to grade you. Okay, this is the G&A Blues. First off, let's just quickly review. In order to play B, which we're not playing in this piece, but B is 2 fingers down. The thumb is in recorder playing is considered a finger. So 1 finger, 2 fingers for B. This is A, 3 fingers down for A. That's where we're going to start in this piece. The G is 4 fingers down. You just practice that with just G. And these are the 4 fingers: thumb, pointer, tall, and ring finger. Okay, left hand is on top. The first thing I want you to do, though, is hopefully you've squeezed this long enough. I want you to show me your circles. Show me that you are getting some nice dimples on your fingers. Notice how my dimples are complete circles. If they weren't, it would mean that some air is squeaking out of the recorder. Okay, so that's why I can get a good tone as well. I'm playing with warm, slow air, as you should be. Excuse me. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to touch the music. So you need to open up the JPEG file. If you're at home, you need to open it up and follow along the G&A Blues, which is attached to this assignment. If you're not at home, then at school you can actually touch the paper, because it's in your packet, in your folder, the G&A Blues. Okay, so make sure you have this out, please. I don't want you just to say it because I'm saying it, because then you're not reading, and this is about reading music. Okay, so touch your music, follow along on the PDF, whatever you have, or the JPEG. All right, so starting on A. How do we know that's A? Because it's in the second space. If you recall, to get the letter names of the notes, you have to know, first of all, that the space notes spell face, F-A-C-E. So this second space right here, where that circle is an A. Okay? Once we move down to line 2, then that note is going to be on top of the second line. And how do we know that that's a line note? Because if you can see the circle, I'm making a circle with my finger, and I can see the line through it. If it's a blackened note, you can just see that the line is coming out on the sides. Okay? So it's real important to be able to distinguish line notes and space notes, and that is a G. Okay, and how do we know it's a G? Because we know the acronym Elvis's guitar broke down Friday. E, G, B, D, F. All right, so going back to the beginning, touch your copy and say, first of all, we're going to say the rhythm words, so ta-ahs, ta, whatever you need. Okay, starting with ta-ah. Ready, say it, here you go. Ta-ah, 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 ta, 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 ta-ah. Second line. Ta-ah, ta-ah, ta, ta, ta-ah, ta, 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 third line. Ta, 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 ta. Back to the beginning with do, 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 do. You're on your own. Do. And stop. Okay. Now, we're going to show what letter it is, and at the same time we say the letter, we're going to change the fingering. So, for instance, you're going to start on A, and in the second line you'll get to G, so you'll add that finger. But let's kind of talk through this. Okay, so I just told you the first line is all A. If you look at that, you can tell they're all space notes. Okay, the second line, G, starts that measure. Okay, in the second line, second measure, is that a G or an A? It's a line note, so you should be saying G. Third measure of the second line, is that a G or an A? It's an A because it's a space note, and so is the fourth measure of that line. Okay, then we go to the bottom line. Third line, first measure, is that a space note or a line note? It's a space note, so that's A. Second measure, line note, G. Third measure, space note, A. And fourth measure, space note, A. All right, so you really have to be able to distinguish lines and spaces. Let's go ahead and start with A. All right, so your fingering should look like this. I try not to curl my fingers back like that because it's hard to get them back and forth, so I try to keep my fingers relaxed over the holes, but not covering. This ring finger is not covering right now, even though it's over the hole. Okay, so here we go. Your bottom hand is in a saddle, your right hand is in a saddle. I'm starting to show you what we will do next, which is to put your thumb back here. So if you're able to do that, that would be awesome because that'll prepare you for the next step. The thumb just kind of props it up back here, and later on we'll be able to grab those other holes with our right hand. So you can start practicing that, or you can do the saddle, whichever you prefer. Okay, so here is the A, and let's say the letters. We're not playing, we're saying it. Ready, say it, here you go. A, 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 A. Now to the second line. G, 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 A, 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 G, 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 A, 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 A. Repeat doing the same thing. A, A. You're on your own. Second line. Third line. Stop. Okay, now you're ready to play. So in just a moment I'm going to put the music on. Remember, you start on A. You've got it on your chin for just a moment. We'll say the starting position in just a moment. Okay, this is the G&A Blues. Okay, so you can put it in your mouth. Don't cover up yet. Whoops, sorry, that's in the middle of the piece. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, here we go now. G, 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 warm air. Super. Okay. Oops. Now let's go to doing it with just the accompaniment, so you won't hear the recorder. Here you go. Rocking and rolling. All right. Same piece. Here you go. A, 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 A. Now change to G. G, 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 G. beginning.